102.7 WNEW, where rock lives with The Who. Also in there, Van Halen and the Brian Setzer Orchestra got us going today. Jump jiving. Well, it's Opie and Anthony for another lovely day of radio for you. And you never know who's going to stop on by. We're not even prepared for them because we just had meetings right up until the Who song started. But we got to say hi to Brian Unger from Comedy Central.
Hello, gentlemen.
Oh, he's got his radio voice now.
Yeah, I borrowed Stone Phillips' voice for this.
Is he the most serious guy in Dateline or what?
We have all been involved in a very active scientific study back at the Daily Show to see if Stone Phillips is wooden. And there's a giant knob on his back that you'll wind up. Yeah, he is. We have a set now. We have a new set on the Daily Show, and it looks just like the Dateline set, like the bridge of the Starship Enterprise, and we expect him to come walking out at any moment. You know,
he's doing very important stuff.
What's on tonight's nightly news, Tom? Yeah, and then of course Tom, and then they throw it to Jane, Tom. Back to you, Stone. I actually want to change my name to a monosyllabic word like Biff Unger.
Biff Unger would be
Brian's not working for me.
No, not at all.
Hard to throw back to.
It is. It just Brian, Biff, Brian. Here's what we're working on tonight for Dateline. A never-before-seen exclusive interview on a tsunami. It's happening to everybody. Tonight, a Dateline Discovery exclusive. How many times have you had a tsunami enema? Are they safe? You know, Stone's never going to be a guest on The Daily Show after today.
That's okay.
I don't think so.
You really need Stone Phillips on The Daily Show.
I respect him because he's a journalist.
Yeah.
Stone.
A true journalist. Yes, not like the local anchors we have here in New York.
I like Chuck and Sue a lot because they have a rapport. I love WCBS because they have the virtual reality set. That's very interesting. What I like most, though, is Chopper 7. Because there are two of them.
Yes, they are.
You need two choppers to tell you that there's traffic on the Whitestone. That's right.
You know why they have two choppers?
Why?
So they could take a picture of the chopper that's taking the picture of the chopper. Have you noticed that? Here's Chopper 7 on the scene.
Yeah.
Taking a picture of Chopper 7, too.
Right.
It's like Vietnam over any scene that happens now.
People, that's electronic journalism right there.
Now, Brian, you sound very bitter. You used to be a straight newsman, right?
I was a producer over at CBS News.
What is he, a gay newsman? I used to be a straight newsman.
I used to be straight, now I'm just gay. Working only on the gay stories. I was legitimate, is what you're saying.
Yes.
No, I'm just an illegitimate journalist.
What turned you, though? Something had to have turned you.
I don't know. Toward the end I worked on Eye to Eye with Connie Chung, and there were some great people over there, but the last story I worked on, you may have heard, was something about O.J. Simpson, about a football player who killed his wife.
A little story.
A little something. And they shipped me out to Los Angeles to do some hard-hitting investigative work. And after I was on my knees picking through Cato Kalin's garbage and bringing home the story. And then I actually went out to interview Terry Mullis, who was the big DNA. He invented PCR testing.
Sure.
And I went out to his house, and after we took a few tabs of LSD, we sat there. He's very active into psychedelics. He showed me some documents he should not have shown me. I got a subpoena from Johnny Cochran and into a fight with a crew from the BBC and Current Affair out in his front yard. Everybody came to fisticuffs, and fists are flying, and cameras are going. And I said, this is why I went to college. This is journalism at work. That's right. We're serving the public here.
Yeah.
I think that was the last thing I did for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now you're at Comedy Central. You want to hang with us for a little while, or what?
I'd love to.
Okay, it's Opie, it's Anthony, and it's Brian Unger, and we're coming back with Dire Straits and the Gin Blossoms next. 102.7 WNEW, where rock lives. Genesis, just a job to do. It's Opie, it's Anthony, and we figured we needed some comedy on the show today, so we invited Brian Unger in from Comedy Central.
Daily Show.
You're in big trouble.
From the Daily Show, yes.
One in comedy.
I watch the Daily Show to get my news. That's the best news.
We are the most important show on television ever.
Ever. I agree.
And more Americans get their news from the Daily Show than from any other source.
Hey, guess whose birthday it is today?
A little special lady down in Washington.
Monica Lewinsky. Happy birthday, Monica. 25 years old today.
Is she really 25?
25 years old.
Wow. She's too old for the Oval Office, I guess, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Darn it. Yeah, very exciting times down there. I wish it would just all come to an end because it's all such a tragedy. But we have come up with a theory, of course, at the Daily Show about what's happening. Whitney Brown and I worked this up. Tell me what you think. I'm going to run it by you. Kenneth Starr is gay. Actually.
Wow, now that's a headline.
I think Kenneth Starr has had a thing for President Clinton for some time now. He's in love with the president.
Okay.
So you can imagine his pain knowing that he'll never be the first lady. This could only be a gay vendetta. I mean, a guy who's been gunning for the president for this long. Come on. Come on.
I never thought of it in those terms. I think you're onto something, actually.
He's tortured every day by it, and the sight of Hillary Rodham Clinton just drives him nuts. Yeah.
Very nice.
Just a little theory we're working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear instead of 25 candles on her cake, she's going to have one 8-inch crooked one.
You had to go there. You had to go there.
I heard this.
Oh, okay.
It was in the paper today.
And it goes to the left.
Those files are sealed. I'm not sure which way it really leans.
Now, Brian, closer to home, we need your take. You're a news guy about the Times Square incident, the construction accident. Very tragic. Everyone's talking about it here in the city.
Yeah, I think it gets all New Yorkers starting to think about their fate here in this city, because you really do go in the most bizarre ways here. When your number's up, it's up in such a huge way. For instance, I know of a guy who was hit on the head by an air conditioner that fell out of a window and split his skull open. He's now dead. I think that's a tragedy. When a cab jumps a curb, it doesn't just bump into you. It mows over 8 people and the baby, in the carriage, and the au pair and everything. It's very ugly.
Only in New York.
Imagine this woman, meticulous apartment, watching Sally, enjoying her day, thanking God she's alive. It's a beautiful morning, a little hot, but she's grateful because she has air conditioning. And she hears a creaking sound, thinking it might be the wind, or perhaps there's someone down the hallway or someone coming to knock on her door. But no, it's a giant crane coming through the ceiling that lands on her television and smashes her, makes her one with the carpet. That's a bummer. Again, tragedy in New York strikes in such a bizarre way.
It's like a cartoon. What happened to that lady?
It really is. It's the Far Side. You have the picture of the window and the crane falling outside.
Right. The whole angle of hearing the sound down the hall. Maybe she thought it was her grandson coming to visit her.
You needed that detail?
I told him to be quiet so many times.
That's awful.
And no, it's a huge steel crane coming through the ceiling. Sometimes things drop from the ceilings here in New York, like roach larvae, or a light fixture or something. No, a giant crane is coming through the ceiling.
It's only the heaviest thing that could have possibly fallen on her.
Oh, it's just a giant crane. There's that giant crane again. Gosh, I hate. We are a city on the brink. If Mayor Giuliani would like to do something about the quality of life, why can't he do something about those giant cranes? There's a start.
Very nice.
I heard on the news today, too, they'll be shoring it up with cables and a big mesh netting so nothing falls on more people. Next week's story. Cable and mesh netting fall on 30 people.
Right.
Exactly.
I don't know. So you want to stick around for more comedy here on the Opie and Anthony Show?
And listen to you guys. I think I dig you guys. You guys are great.
Oh, you're the guy.
I heard you once up in Boston.
You did once in Boston.
Yeah.
Very good.
You guys were great.
Yeah, we were. Let's relive old times.
Yeah, sure. Why
Remember
not?
that?
Now you're here in New York, the land of the cranes.
People think we stop.
Land of the cranes.
Right.
A giant train.
All right, more to be on Sunday morning on CBS. We'll listen to the sound of the cranes. And now, before we leave you, the sound of cranes coming through windows here in New York City. I'm Charles Kuralt. There's nothing like the sound of a crane coming through your ceiling. Oftentimes, these cranes elude us. Well, one of our videographers got this picture. There's a crane coming through a ceiling. Thanks for being with us.
1027 WNEW, where rock lives. It's Opie, it's Anthony, and it's Charles Kuralt.
So nice to be here. Cranes. Cranes. Yes, the sound of the cranes.
Here's Dire Straits. 1027 WNEW, the rock of New York, Brantley, Buffalo, and truly, just a reminder, starting Friday at 1, NEW has your tickets to Matchbox 20 at Jones Beach on August 8th, and if you're looking to buy the tickets, they're still available through Ticketmaster. It's a good show. You got Matchbox 20, Semisonic, and Soul Asylum, and we'll give away those tickets all weekend long for you. It's Opie, it's Anthony, and it's one of our pals from Comedy Central, Brian Unger, doing a fine job for us this afternoon.
Thank you.
From The Daily Show. From The Daily Show, yes. He's been talking to the listeners and giving them tips on how to stay cool because it's so hot out there.
That's right. Remember, put your feet on ice. It works in the wintertime. You know what I mean? It keeps you when you when you have your feet when they're cold, you can't stay warm.
Right.
Get it? So in the summer, if you put your feet on ice, you'll stay cool.
I've been checking the elderly. Just because they tell me to on the news.
Have you been going door to door?
Check the elderly.
You got to check the elderly.
You are so kind.
It's easy to check at the Woodstock Hotel. You just look through that big hole in the roof.
Yeah, she had her feet on ice too. Now her body's on ice.
That's right.
Horrible? Yes.
Very tragic. But we're discussing news with Brian Unger because he does some news for The Daily Show.
Yes.
Carnival Cruise. What's your take on it?
Oh, I really, don't go on cruises. There you go. Do not go. I mean, I know that it's hard to stay away because of the buffets.
Right.
You know, they say the food is so good.
Yes.
My mother went on a cruise, all right? She tells me that all they did was eat. They're like cattle. You get on the thing, you eat like a pig all day long. There's buffets in every room. In the gym, there's a buffet. You just hog out all day long. It's all you can eat.
But, you get to an age in your life that's the only thing you got in common with your parents, eating. Let's go eat.
In a sorry situation.
Yeah, let's go to the MCL cafeteria, Mom and Dad. I love that place. Come on.
Well, you don't go over to just hang out. You go over to eat.
Of course. So,
isn't it a shame?
Yeah. What were you saying about the Carnival Cruise? They did a piece on 2020 or something.
Yeah. None of the people that work on them can speak English.
Right.
So people were saying, "My cabin is full of smoke. You want smoke? You want cigarette? What? Not my cabin full of smoke. Where's the life preservers?
I love the people who are already angling for the lawsuits.
You see them on the news?
You saw them on the news?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you saw them, and the news is only so happy to get these people on TV.
Right.
And you already have the very sympathetic-looking couple. They did not say anything to us about a fire. We were in our room. We were smelling smoke. We were eating at the buffet. We had no idea there was a fire. We're suing for $60 million at least. They're damaged.
Yeah, damaged because of a little smoke.
And then the folks who had the home video camera who were walking through the hallways,
right?
Collecting evidence. Already. Everybody is ready for a lawsuit at any time.
But that's what this country's all about now. Find someone you can sue.
Soak Carnival Cruise Lines.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I love that stuff, man.
Then they give you a free cruise out of it, is what they do.
Yeah, well, those people are not going to take the free cruise.
I don't think so. I think they're going to opt for, I'm going to pass on the cruise and go for the $60 million. Go for the big one.
So do I. My polyester is ruined.
Now, I heard you were up for the Magic Show, Brian. Why wouldn't you want to work with Magic Johnson?
I passed up the honor. The work they're doing there is so good that I just didn't think of myself as worthy. Magic is funny. He's clever. He is the grin that stole late night. And what's even funnier is his band. They're terrific, and I'm so moved and swayed by the only born-again Christian musician in late night.
Right, right.
She's something.
Yes.
They're doing quite a program over there. So I decided to stay in my basic cable universe and ignore the big money. I just could. Magic, literally, he put his hand out and said, "Grab a hold. I want to take you for a ride, Brian." And I said, "I just can't fly with you today. I've got a little show to do over here." I was up for the gig, and in the 11th hour, thank God.
We said no, huh?
Wow. I just said, No, thank you.
Right, you're like the guy that got bumped off the flight that went down.
Exactly. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I like to think that I would have quit a week before the show.
Yeah,
like you would have had the sense to quit.
Yeah, see what's happening.
Yeah.
But you are working on something called When Animals Go on TV. Is this going to be on Comedy Central in September?
Yeah, that's coming. We're promoting stuff a little early, but this is coming in September, and it is a parody, obviously, of the Fox genre, When Animals Attack.
Right. I love that.
But I've investigated some very compelling relationships between people and their pets. And it's really about anthropomorphism, the sort of humanizing of animals, and it's about people and their unhealthy relationships with their squirrels, their mules, their dogs, and their cats.
Can you give us an example that you have come across?
Well, one story that moved me because it was so provocative and really just kind of it symbolized our a national relationship with animals was a woman in Ohio who befriended a little squirrel. And she brought it in, and she knitted clothes for it, and she made it a symbol for Romanian orphans. Then the Ohio Department of Wildlife came to her house like a Waco raid to get the squirrel out because she was breaking the law, and she would not go. Over her dead body, they were going to get this damn squirrel. So I just paid a visit to her, and we talked to the little squirrel. We watched it flop around in its little outfits that she'd knitted for it, and she talked about how they're going to have to kill her to get the squirrel. But the best part was her making the sounds that a squirrel makes when it wants to go to sleep, when it wants to eat. Have you ever seen a squirrel in your kitchen run up to a bowl, like a cat bowl, and start eating a nut?
Of course.
Yes, this is what's happening in the house. I said, "Where is the squirrel? Shouldn't it be hibernating right now?" And it's in the linen closet. Don't disturb it.
Oh, my God.
And the thing, it's a stinky, oily little rodent.
Right,
it's a pigeon with a tail. It's a rat.
Right.
And she's got this thing crawling all over her naked body and in her mouth and all kinds of disgusting stuff. So, yeah, that's going to be on the show.
Cool. All right, I look forward to it in 2 or 3 months.
It's coming up next Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How some animals made it so many thousands of years through evolution without human help. It just amazes me when you hear stories like that.
Yeah,
how did squirrels not freeze before they had women to knit them nice little sweaters?
And if you see a squirrel in the street, go up and pet it. Stick your finger out and let it just chew on your finger. And wait till its teeth touch. That's when you know you've really bonded.
Brian Unger from Comedy Central. We got a song about hooch next. Stay there. Here's a brand new band on the music scene. They call themselves Everything, and they're singing about hooch. 102.7 WNEW, The Rock of New York. 102.7 WNEW, The Rock of New York, off Yield, Pearl Jam, Wishlist. Coming to town in September. I believe we'll have some tickets to give away here at NEW. It's Opie and Anthony and our pal Brian Unger hanging for a little longer here from Comedy Central, The Daily Show.
The Daily Show.
That's where I get my news. I like the news on The Daily Show because it's not like the news on the networks.
Right.
I don't like the news on the networks. You see the tie-in things they're doing now? With like the tsunami.
Okay, tsunami, a huge story. Right.
Huge tidal wave hits Papua New Guinea.
Right.
Wipes out thousands of people.
Big surprise that it wiped out all the villages there.
Yeah, they were built so
Not a good place to go right now.
No.
Holding some tickets to Papua New Guinea.
I was just going to take a Carnival cruise there. Yeah. Coincidentally enough.
Combination of a trip that would be. But local news is also very similar in every town you go.
Yeah.
No matter what town you're in, I think they're doing the same show every night. Because there is always, whether it's Pensacola or Clovis, New Mexico, there's always a dog that called 911.
That's true. I've seen that.
Up, a pet who saved a life.
Right.
We'll have the story in just a moment.
Right.
This little handsome critter called 911. We'll have the story right after this. Wow, never heard that one before.
No,
Los Angeles is all news all the time about pets, too. They're so obsessed, you know what I mean? It's all about cats calling 911, gerbils, hamsters. I don't know if you saw it. Also in the New York Times yesterday, there's an ad for Bill Curtis's new program. It's investigative reporting.
Oh, I love that. We love Bill Curtis's voice.
Bill Curtis has such a great voice,
yes,
but the ad says something like, "When the truth is too much to handle, Bill Curtis brings it home." And the story, right underneath it says, "Animal ER."
Animal ER.
With dogs with broken limbs, hamsters who need dental work.
Yeah.
Cats in need of psychotherapy. Investigative reports brings it home to you. And that's exactly what it said. I'm not making this up.
I was finally got sick to my stomach watching TV the other night.
What happened?
It was Bill Curtis. He did a whole show on autopsies in L.A., showing the bodies and everything. Did anyone else see that?
No, I've seen other shows like that, Joey.
No, this is the first time I really saw dead bodies on TV just like that casually. They're taking homeless people out of the dumpsters and they're finding out how they died and stuff.
And coroners are becoming media figures. I think that's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
You know what I'm saying? They're becoming celebrities, like that Dr. Michael Baden, the guy who's on the OJ trial.
Sure. Yeah, he has HBO specials.
Right.
Yeah.
He's doing stand-up now. Every time I see turn on HBO, he's there talking about some eviscerated corpse.
Yeah. Well, you know who to blame that on?
Yeah.
That damn Jack Klugman.
Quincy.
But that started the whole thing, that whole romance with the coroner.
In all seriousness about TV, I don't understand why they're allowed to show all these dead bodies and stuff, but we're still not allowed to show, women, topless. That is so offensive, but showing a homeless person in a dumpster dead is just okay for us to view at night.
Yeah, it isn't right, by the way.
No, it's not.
The newspapers.
It's often awarded as it's award-winning journalism to show a dead body. Emmy time. Give that person an Emmy. That was the best dead body we've seen all year.
In the papers, it's directly proportional to how far away the dead body is, how much of it they could show. Papua New Guinea, the tsunami. They show the complete dead body. And they could show it.
Those were awful pictures, too, coming back.
Wasn't it terrible?
And I like how they're now using that story to spin off sort of home care products and things like that on Dateline. The hair products for tsunami. Have you tried them? We'll have a full investigative report coming up tonight. I'm Stone Phillips, tonight on Dateline. How to dispose of bloated corpses. Is it happening to you? I mean, really, there's that kooky angle that they take a story and then they bring it home.
They do that.
Well, they bring it home.
I've seen it.
Bring it home locally.
On the New York with the tsunami thing. Tsunami, could it happen here in New York? And they get the scientist that explains the fissure in the Atlantic Ocean, and for 10 minutes he's explaining this, and then he goes, no.
Right.
No, it won't happen.
It can't possibly happen.
They try to scare you, though.
Yeah, they tease you, and then they say, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Coming up at 11.
To rope you in.
Yeah, find out if a tsunami's going to hit Manhattan.
They have to make it sound so off. Do you think in Papua New Guinea there's a news guy going, giant crane accident could happen here?
Right.
Papua New Guinea?
Yeah,
how do they talk in Papua New Guinea? Is
just
that
like that.
Just like that. I was hoping on it.
All right, we got to get you out of here, I guess, Brian.
Okay, hey, we're, can I do this now? Should I say this?
You want to do the plug?
The plug.
Here it comes.
Here's the piece of business, people. Brian's going to be having a show tonight. A little TV show on cable. It's not on Sunday. Actually, it's tonight on Wednesday night. And this program is our second anniversary Daily Show special. We'll take a look back at some of the stories that touched us, that made us laugh, made us cry. It's the Daily Show second anniversary special, celebrating 2 years of reverence and kookiness from the folks at Comedy Central.
Very nice. Let's hear it for Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks a lot for stopping by, bro. We haven't hit the phones yet today. If you got something, give us a call. It's Opie, it's Anthony, and it's Led Zeppelin on 102.7 WNEW, where rock lives.
Apollo 14.
That was like 1961, was it?
No. Look at you. Go back to school, college boy.
What year was that?
Well, let me look.
Oh, so you got the computer in front of you.
I don't have the computer in front of me for this.
Right.
I know it was Apollo 14, but it was, and that must have taken some nads.
Right.
That was right after Apollo 13, which didn't make it.
Right.
To the moon.
Didn't Alan Shepard do some other stuff before he actually went to the moon, though?
He was one of the original 7 Mercury astronauts.
Which started in the early 60s.
Yes.
That's what I was getting at.
Yes.
Didn't want to sound too stupid on the radio today.
He was really the rabble-rouser of them all, you know.
Right.
That's why he took a golf club and a golf ball up on the moon with him. And
well, he wanted to be, the first to do something on the moon.
Yeah.
That started getting ridiculous, the first guy to step on the moon, the first guy to hit a golf ball on the moon, the first one to play basketball on the moon.
Imagine what that must have been like, though, going to the moon. I mean, looking down on Earth, big blue thing just hanging there. And you would think being an astronaut,
right?
It's a pretty noble job, right?
Yes.
You think it was any different for an astronaut than it is for a guy that works at a deli counter or at a trash truck as far as his wife is concerned?
Doesn't matter what you do.
No.
There's going to be problems.
You think, like, after being chosen to go to the moon, you'd go home and go, honey, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm going to the moon. I got picked for the moon.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Sure, for mankind, you know.
One of the guys going to the moon. This is my dream come true as an astronaut. I've always wanted to go to the moon. I'm going to the moon.
You would think the wife would understand, right? Oh, no.
Fine. The moon. When will you be going? Honey, it's the moon.
It's the moon.
I'm going to the moon. We're lifting off August 27th.
Yeah.
Oh, the 27th. Guess you don't remember the plans we made on the 27th. But, honey, it's the moon. This is global.
Yeah.
I will be on the moon. One of the few people that step on the moon. So, forget about our plans. Any friends of yours going to the moon?
With you.
With you? You'll be on this moon? So? How many girls on the moon? No, honey, it's the moon. This is huge. This is big news. I got chosen to go to the moon.
Yeah, I'm going to go down in history for being on the moon.
Well, good. I guess we could go shopping for that couch on another date. We were supposed to go couch shopping on the 27th.
Yeah.
Thank you. But go with your friends to the moon.
Have fun.
Have fun on the moon. I'll be here taking care of a family. While you're traipsing around the, what is it, moon?
Right. Man, is that the truth or what?
Well, sometimes we get a little hell, you know.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right. Yesterday was the 29th anniversary of man's first walk on the moon.
Thank you very much for that. Okay.
How about that?
I remember where I was for that.
Do you?
My dad was putting a shrub in front of the house 29 years ago.
Is that what he called it?
Come on. You know, there's just not enough harmonica in today's music, huh? Here's Blues Traveler on 102.7 WNEW, the Rock of New York. 102.7 WNEW, where rock lives. It's Opie and Anthony. Hang in there. I know it's hot out. I mentioned that because we just got a weird fact here. It says heat wave health advisory for Long Island athletes to be issued. Shouldn't it be a health advisory for all athletes today? Why just Long Island athletes?
I don't know.
I think the guys playing softball in Jersey need this heat advisory as well.
Maybe for the Goodwill games.
Well, they're saying that, but they're also saying for all the kids playing Little League and stuff. Do we really need these advisories and stuff? Can't we take care of ourselves?
I think you know when it's a little hot and you shouldn't be exerting yourself, yeah.
Yeah. Coming in today on the LIE, ozone alert. Now, what is an ozone alert?
I thought that's what we were running out of.
Yeah, that sounds scary.
No, when you get this much heat, it reacts with the smog and stuff.
Okay.
Discharge of cars and everything. It makes ozone gas.
So is that deadly? Do you get a bad sunburn? Don't breathe? What do you do?
It's a respiratory thing. You could have an asthma attacks or keel over and die.
All right.
Check your elderly.
I know.
Check your elderly.
The news. Channel 2, 4, 7, all of you guys. The elderly, they've been living a long time. I think they know what to do in the heat more than you and I.
Yeah, they can get through the heat.
Check the elderly. Don't leave your pets outside without water. What else do they say? Wear light clothing. We know to wear light clothing. You know, today I thought I was going to put on the Johnny Cash outfit and walk around Manhattan. Right. Of course we know to wear light clothes when it's this hot out.
I like it. When it's this hot, when it gets this hot, up in the upper 90s, it's still not hot enough for the weathermen.
Yeah.
They have to get on and give you something called the heat index to make it seem even hotter.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you know, the heat combined with the humidity, it feels like 115 degrees. That's our heat humidity index. We also have our other index. You know, with this heat at 97 degrees, if someone threw hydrochloric acid in your face, it could feel like 850 degrees. And do you know what the heat at 97 degrees, if we suddenly broke loose of our rotation around the sun and hurled towards the sun, it could get into the tens of thousands of degrees. So please wear that light clothing.
Exactly.
They got to make it sound worse.
They state the obvious. They get so excited when it gets this hot. They have nothing else to report on the weather in the summertime unless it gets this hot.
Weather guys love it.
Yeah, but drink plenty of fluids. Oh, really? I wouldn't know that one.
I was wondering why I was lying on the sidewalk with my tongue hanging out. Fluid.
Yeah. And I'm sure we'll have the report tonight. One of the news stations will do it. They'll do a piece near a fire hydrant that is loose.
Ah, yes.
You know, with the kids playing in the background in the fire hydrant.
Please don't play in front of these. If there's a fire, we won't have pressure.
Right. And then they'll interview the reporters, someone on, I don't know, the FDR or something in traffic. Is it hot enough for you? Well, yeah, we're trying to get through it, you know.
How's your commute in this heat?
Right.
Go boop yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I really want to see on TV. Yeah. Not the stupid answers, you know.
It was no problem until I had to roll my window down.
Right.
Now the heat's coming in and I'm losing the air conditioning, you dumb beep.
I was listening to Winds on the way in today.
10-10 Wind.
And they were interviewing a little boy near a pool, I forget where, in Jersey, I think, okay? And they were asking him how he's handling the heat and stuff. Why can't they use that same footage they took from 1955? Are they going to get anything new from Little Johnny this year that they don't have on file from 1955's
every year.
heat wave, you know?
Same stuff every year.
Every year. And what was the one thing the weather geek said today? When is relief coming for this heat?
Oh, well, that's the anchor.
Yeah.
They go, let's go to the weather. Well, hey, Tom, is there any relief in sight from this heat?
Right.
And the weatherman, what? No.
Right.
No, it's going to be hot forever. We're all going to die in this huge cauldron of heat. Oh, I think, November.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around December. It should be snowing and very cold. You'll be bitching about that.
Exactly. Too funny. People just lose their minds when it gets this hot.
Hey, here comes the song that I was a star in back in the 80s, Opie. You remember this one? It's EMF. Unbelievable. Oh, you could hear me in this. I'm like the hit of this song. This would have been a bomb without the Dice Man. You hear me? Listen to this. I go, oh! That's like the punchline every joke I got right in this song, Opie. Sure, play the damn song.
Well, you got to say the call letters of the radio station. There's 2,000 radio stations in New York. What station are they?
It's 102.7 WNEW. Oh!
102.7 WNEW, the Rock of New York with Fastball in the Way. I think that is the most requested song here at NEW these days. You hear what happened there? What was that? What was that? It's one of the ghosts.
Ghost in the Machine.
There's a lot of ghosts in the NEW studios.
Oh, sure.
There sure is. This place is legendary. Very legendary. All right. I'll put that little CD.
Put that away.
There you go. Okay. It's Opie and Anthony. Everyone talking about the crane in Midtown.
Well, it's making a mess of things, and it's a tragedy because a woman died. But, man, a lot more people could have died at that.
Actually, we're all very lucky.
They're saying that, up to like 100 people could have died when they were on the street.
Easily.
The crane fell like that?
Yeah.
Man.
Well, everyone's requesting the Brian Unger thing we did earlier. And we did it so early in the show, we got to do it because there's a lot of people driving home right now. We had Brian Unger in from Comedy Central, and we basically asked him about the crane disaster.
He's from The Daily Show.
From The Daily Show on Comedy Central. My God, why bother living?
Ow!
102.7 WNEW, the Rock of New York with Everclear. I will buy you a new life. 102.7 WNEW, where rock lives, wallflowers and heroes. I do believe you know that by now. Most played song of the summer thus far.
You think?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. What other song has been played more than the Wallflowers Heroes?
I don't know, man. Fastball.
Fastball's up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Way.
But you know something? I'm not sick of the Hero song yet. At all. I really, really like that. I really like the Wallflowers.
Yeah.
I guess we shouldn't give our personal opinions on music, because people
that
in there...
to yourself.
I know, because people... Well, yeah, you're right, because when I hear other DJs say that, I'm like, care! Just shut up and play the music! I've been listening to your station since I was a fetus. Shut up and play the music.
You know, the ultrasound that came through when they were looking at me in the womb.
Right.
The sound was NEW.
Right.
That was 28 years ago.
And now you a-holes, shut up and play the music.
I don't want to hear you.
Right. I think we're doing all right today because the boss hasn't walked in the door.
Yeah.
That was so uncomfortable yesterday.
I'm blaming yesterday's show on the Asian financial crisis.
Might as well. Everyone else blames it on the Asian financial crisis.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
Okay. All right.
Hey, you know, I heard that gimmick, the $100,000 giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was the funniest thing that, believe me, it was the biggest face job I ever heard. It was terrific. I got like 100 people wanting to hear that. I've been trying to, tune in. You guys were going to get to it last week. You didn't get to it.
Dude, let's play it right now.
All right.
All right, here's the deal. I hope all your friends are listening to the radio right now.
Everybody's listening. We're waiting to hear that $100,000 giveaway again.
All right, me and Anthony, the quick setup at our last radio job, we were really teed off at the people that own the radio station, so we decided to give away $100,000.
Yeah?
We had the whole city listening for their chance to win $100,000. We kept saying, $100,000, a chance to win $100,000 on the way.
I couldn't believe it.
And we finally gave away the $100,000. Check it out.
All right. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Craig from Waltham.
Hey, Craig, guess what?
Oh, did I win?
You are the 107th caller.
No way! I won! What? No way! You're kidding, right?
107th.
Oh, wow!
107th caller. Congratulations.
$100,000! Oh, my God!
You just won $100,000, bro.
Oh, Jesus. Do you know what I'm going to do with that?
What are you going to do with the $100,000?
Oh, man, the first thing, I have this old... Oh, I cannot... Jeez, I got to come...
Calm down. Calm yourself.
I am the winner! I'm the winner!
Well, what are you going to do with the $100,000, bro?
I got this... Oh, man, I got this box for a truck. I've got to get a new one. A new...
Wait, dude. How are you going to do that with the candy bar?
What?
How are you going to do that with a candy bar? We just gave you a $100,000 candy bar.
What do you mean?
We gave away $100,000. It's a candy bar, bro. Congratulations.
What?
You just won a candy bar.
Hey, what the you've been... I've been listening to radio for like 3 hours, man. You said $100,000.
Yeah, $100,000. We gave you a candy bar.
A candy
Congratulations,
bar.
buddy.
Oh, you guys are a bunch of douchebags. Hey.
Congratulations, man. Uh-oh. I still laugh when I hear that. Needless to say, after we did that on our last radio show, we were never in public again. I just kept waiting here. I'm Craig. Right. We've never been seen in public since we did that little ditty. And you can find that off Opie and Anthony's The Better World CD. Know how pathetic we are? We got a CD out that no one could buy.
No one could buy it.
We're at a radio station that's in, I think, 50th place.
50th place. What are we, 20th?
We're up to 20th, actually, from 23rd. We have a boss that, when he doesn't like our show, he sits here and babysits us. Why do we even go on, Our record company's called Restaurant Records, by the way. Yeah. It's called Restaurant Records because they're too busy, eating and preparing food than distributing our album.
Yeah.
You cannot find this in Manhattan.
Last time I saw it, it was in a $1.99 bin next to Zamfir, Master of the Pan Flute. It's a mess.
They're working the blue plate specials instead of our CDs. This is how pathetic our lives have become, Zach. INEW, what do you got?
Yeah, shut up and play the music. Why don't you just shut up and play the music? I've been listening since 1903. Yeah.
What do you hear in the background?
I hear you yapping. No. I was listening when this was just Morse code. This whole station was Morse code. Can you play ... It's my favorite.
Happy birthday, Don Henley. It's NEW. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. The latest from 7, Mary 3. That's Over Your Shoulder from the boys from Florida. Little thing happening with Florida. Little music scene happening. Matchbox 20 from Florida as well. Every few years, it seems like an area has a burst, and a bunch of bands come from that area. Obviously, we all know about the Seattle thing. Long Island had their scene for a little while.
Yeah, when's that coming back around?
That ain't coming back around for a while. No offense to the musicians on the island, but I think our time has passed out there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think they'd have to move somewhere else, where there's a scene?
Well, yeah.
And L.A., I think, has a perpetual scene going on, as does New York City. there's always good bands coming out of.
But a hot spot right now is the Florida area.
Really?
Yes. There's a couple other bands from that area too that are making it, but I can't seem to remember the names of the bands. Want to take a couple phone calls?
Mm-hmm.
ADW.
You are pretty funny guys. I was just telling them at the station, though, when you're doing that thing with the head and the legs, the lady in the chair.
Yeah.
I was trying to quit smoking that day, and I said, the hell with it. I don't want to live that long. But I'm back to smoking. But anyway, you're pretty funny. I listened to you for 30 years, so.
Wait a minute. Wow. Wait, because of one of our bits, you decided to smoke again?
Go back smoking, yeah. I was trying to quit that day. I said, I don't want to live that long. So.
See, we do good on this show.
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony, sponsored by the Philip Morris Tobacco Company.
NEW.
Finally, you picked up the phone. I just wanted to tell you guys that I used to hate you when you first started.
Oh.
But you guys have kind of grown on me like
really?
You're kind of funny.
Wait, we're growing on you like a fungus?
You guys grew on me like a fungus.
You know what's weird, though?
What?
When we first got here, we liked you, but now I hate you.
Well, thanks a lot.
All right.
Thanks.
All right.
We'll see you later.
Bye. We gotta go to the phones more. You guys are pretty damn funny, actually. Hey, we're allowed to do one childish bit a show now, right? Is
one childish bit?
Yeah. Well, we gotta admit right off the bat that what we're about to play is very childish.
Childish? It is not.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. And we're just going to admit that in advance, so you don't have to write all your nasty emails about how childish we are. We're admitting it right now.
Screw that.
The next thing you hear is very childish.
Let everybody be the judge of that.
Okay. Anyway, earlier today we had Brian Unger in from Comedy Central. He's on The Daily Show. He's a good pal of ours. We really like him a lot. And one of the things he did for us while the music was playing was his Charles Kuralt impression.
I never knew anybody who did a Charles Kuralt impression.
And when you're watching Sunday morning at the end of the show, they give you the sounds of like nature or the sounds.
Sums it up and
the sounds of some wild duck from Vermont, and you just sit there and you listen to birds and stuff. It's the most bogus piece.
Boring as hell.
Boring as hell. Anyway, Brian Unger came up with this little ditty, a Charles Kuralt moment.
Something we might want to hear.
Yes, check this out.
As we leave you on this Sunday morning, here's me taking a big poop. Sometimes a poop is a good thing on a Sunday morning. Something you'd like to share with your neighbors, your friends. Here's me and the sounds of dumping. Oftentimes we don't have time to show you the poop. Today, here's me taking a dump, and then me showing it to you. Oftentimes, we like to leave our viewers with a little something from the outside. Today, it's me taking a poop. Here's me running to the outhouse to take a big old Harry. And as we leave you on this Sunday morning, the sounds of pooping. Because there's nothing better than a good poop.
Yeah, that is
there's nothing better than a good poop joke either. Always works,
It never fails. I'm sorry, but that's funny, man. I am apologizing, but that is damn funny.
Sometimes you just got to dig deep right back into the third grade.
I have a simple philosophy. Simple as this. Fart equals funny. You didn't have to go to school to learn that. Fart equals funny.
Available on approved credit through American Honda Finance Corporation. 3.9% APR for 36 or 48 months on all new and unregistered 1998 Honda Civics for a limited time only for buyers with standard credit ratings. Lower credit ratings may require higher rates. Dealers set actual vehicle sales prices. See dealer for details.
Cut it out, man. Cut it out. Come on, this is a respectable radio station. Cut it out. I gotta intro the song. 1027 WNEW, where rock lives. 1027 WNEW, where rock lives, with Opie and Anthony. Starting Friday at 1 p.m., NEW has your tickets to Matchbox 20 at Jones Beach on August 8th. That's a good bill. You got Matchbox 20, Semisonic, and Soul Asylum.